Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the console qualifiers for the Pro League. We're over in North America, and once again we see Eager have made their way through to the final for the third week in a row. And Erry Day Carry are this week joining them.
EDC eliminated by Most Wanted Esports last week, ending up trumping over them here in this match, and it looked really good. We can definitely a lot more fluid now that he's back over to the console. You know, last time it was kind of like jumps on a couple days beforehand, so he wasn't really feeling it, but Weaken in full effect in that last game.
Well, Weaken may have been in effect, but someone who was definitely in effect was the solo laner who used to be the jungler for that team. Elchapo had a fantastic game.
That tier.
So we'll see how he plays in the final and whether he'll get that tier again. If we see Eager's done their homework, they may want to take that one away.
So over in Europe, we actually saw an upset just yesterday where finally it was not Barrage winning out for the third week in a row. It was taken over by Rival, and we'll have to see if EDC can do the same thing. Let's go. Picks and bans for game one. It is the finals of the Xbox qualifiers. The third week, Eager, the two-time reigning champion so far, leading in the points.
Yep, 200 points for Eager so far. Erry Day Carry coming into this week had 100 points. So this is guaranteed first and second position for these two in these qualifiers at the moment. Eager will definitely stay top even if they lose here because they will receive points for second.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Participation awards.
Participation points.
No, obviously both these
We're
teams.
North American, of course we all get ribbons.
Hey, man.
Makes you all feel
no
special.
Child, no player left behind. That's gonna be that's the right
way. Call them all children. Then
Sol and Kronos gonna be banned away by Eager, Odin, and Guan Yu taken away by EDC. So a little bit of different styles here. We're gonna have Khepri first picked by Eager.
Khepri picked up, locked in. Erry Day Carry. I expect a tier, and I expect
a tier this early though.
Yeah, why not?
I don't. I'm like you.
What are you gonna run into?
I'm assuming he has more than a tier. I'm assuming Chapo has more than a tier.
But to be fair, what are you gonna run into it? When someone picks tier, what are you gonna pick?
Bellona.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's like the solo lane is the same thing we see every week.
So if you'd prefer to play tier than a Bellona, why not just pick the tier early?
I mean, you can pick it later.
You give nothing away. You could also ban the Bellona if they don't pick it then.
I mean, you got Kali up, you know. You got tier up as well.
There you go.
How'd you know this?
I'm a genius.
I feel like
maybe
you cheated somehow.
It's just the fact I did a drive-by impersonation. Oh, Kuang locked in alongside him. Erry Day Carry picked up two of theirs. So they got the jungler picked up here. Probably with the Kuang. Could technically be solo in tier jungle.
We did not see too many successful Kuangs this past week, at least in the soul lane. Variety not able to utilize it properly. Team Eager, though, they've got Thor and Janus picked up, so double global's going to have some pretty heavy rotations. I do like this combo early. Obviously, Isis Thor kind of like the strongest 2v2 in that jungle mid combination, but Janus also bring many of the same qualities, a little bit less burst and control, but heading into the mid game can be so much more potent with these global rotations and picking off players.
I think the good call from Athena to be picked up by Erry Day Carry there is the correct one, just to deal with the global rotations, as you were saying, of Team Eager with the Thor Janus combo. At least Athena can turn up to that battle if there's going to be one where she's not in a position to do so, so a little bit more mobility for them. Into the banning phase, there's Vermana taken away. They don't have to deal with that one, especially with Odin not available. They don't have to have issues with the big baby.
I would imagine a Bellona also going to be banned by EDC. It really seems like they do want to put Chapo in a very favorable position. He is new to the role. Even though Weaken's coming back to console, he's been playing jungle for years. Chapo has been playing jungle for years, not soul lane. And it takes some ramp-up time you switch over, but instead, they're going to be targeting out AirCougar Jablanque.
I'm okay with the Jablanque ban as well, because take into account the poison affects Kuang's illusion. He can't stay in it for long. He's only going to have to deal with Khepri, but at least he's not going to have the double dot effect in teamfights to have to deal with. Isis taken away by Eager.
Wow.
And it's back to Erry Day Carry.
I think this is the first time. Now, obviously, Sol and Kronos can go dual lane as well, but this is the first time that we've seen a team ban out 4 mages, very clearly targeted. And EDC, they're going to have to dive deep into their god pool. To be fair, though, Aggro has a nasty Agni. To leave that one up, like, I don't think he's worried about the Zeus Isis.
Hoi gets all the way down there before we see the first hunter. Sorry, the second hunter, I should say. Medusa was chosen over the Hoi, mainly for the Athena Taunt Medusa combo of Taunt Petrify, which we don't see as often as we would have expected after release.
It's
release week. It was a lot of it.
It's played sometimes, but it very rarely does it line up because a lot of times these players do have Sanctuary or Purification up. It is going to be the Bellona going to match up against the tier. No surprise there. Last pick for EDC. Unless the Medusa is going mid, which I don't imagine it is. I think Agni is what Aggro's going to go to. It's something he's been very comfortable on.
No.
But no, it's going to be the Poseidon instead.
Sounds like a
Very
good
good. The cripple.
Cripple is very important against majority of this team here. Khepri can't abduct away from it. Thor can't use his hammer to jump out. Janus cannot go through portals, or neither can the rest of his team. And Hoi will also not be able to leap out of that one, unless they're going to want to use the Purification. And to be fair, here's the issue for him. Do you go Sanctuary, or do you go for Purification? Because both different formats of death.
You got to go both. I would have to imagine Purification because...
First? Purification first, second, at level 12 you get sank.
Yeah, and I think the reason for that is the typical combo for aggro here is going to be Whirlpool Kraken, right? But the thing is, you can actually Purification out the Whirlpool, it's not sucking you in, and even if you do get hit by the Kraken, it's typically not going to be in the dead center, which is where the majority of the damage. Getting hit on the outside rings and edges of the Kraken, it's actually not that big of a deal. It doesn't do too much damage. It's basically like just a normal ability. I think actually even a little bit less than a normal ability would do.
Beginning of the game, just checking in with Bills, see the interesting things coming out. Khepri going for the sprint. No, he changed his mind. Not going to go with the sprint, going to go with Purification himself. So very worried about getting picked off potentially. He does have to worry about Krakens later on, so I guess Purification will stop the taunt into Kraken combo that could hit him. Meanwhile, Poseidon in the mid lane, played by Aggro. Not the Agony. What are you woeing? What are you woeing?
I didn't see Chapo's build last game. Did he go first item transcendence
I didn't
last
notice that last game either, but if he's going for the trans.
I didn't notice. I know he went Genji's because F-Dot said it was physical protection.
That's aggressive. Well, the benefit of transcendence, I guess, on tier, first of all, gives you power, which everybody likes, and tier definitely likes.
I'm not gonna
mono regen, which is one thing that tier definitely needs.
I'm not gonna say it's not gonna work. I'll be interested to see how Chapo does, but honestly, if he starts dying early, if there's a little bit of focus onto him, if we do see Thor start to gank him, the ganks are going to be much easier that, Thor's not going into any health or any protections early on.
Maybe with that build, though, we might see Weaken just camp solo lane. If Weaken
that
goes
is
over,
Weaken.
And Weaken, he used to play with Cyclone Spin over in the solo lane. The game plan was make my solo lane big and scary and carry me to heaven. And that's exactly what's going to happen this game, I expect.
I don't know if Chapo is on the level of Cyclone Spin
right,
in regards to this.
On the console, he looked it today. Last game.
He had a pretty solid performance. So pretty standard starts coming out. Left-hand side Harpy is going to be contested by Thor. Not going to get him, but Myflin's going to teleport forward. Aggro real low. Oh, just off the mark.
Mistake made by Marine there. Unfortunately, now Myflin takes a lot of poke from Weaken in response. And honestly, that should have been a confirmed kill for Marine, but he just fired his unstable Vortex too soon. And a good juke from Aggro comes out.
Yeah, that was both Delta Marine missing and a good movement from Aggro. Looking like he was going to go towards tower and then immediately 1-8ing, heading into his own jungle. I think surprising Delta Marine there. But Myflin and Delta Marine do have control of this mid lane now.
I do like a couple of things I've seen as well. Athena with Blink early on. He's going very aggressive in the beginning of this game. Bro Chacho, a very well-known support over in North America, at least from the PC scene, now develops himself onto the console. And with Blink, well, there's a definite chance of an all-in play early when you'd least expect it.
Jellly trying to make the aggressive notes, though, in this duel, and you can see him trying to find the pluck, but Zachsy going to back up in time. Chapo, with this Transcendence getting poked out a lot, he will be able to heal up and
big
huge amount of damage, and that's one of the biggest things about tier. This is actually a very good matchup for him in the soul lane. Bellona, not only can her bludgeon get canceled out by Fearless, but her heal is not as potent as tier. It's instant, it's a lot of burst healing, and Dwurst is going to have to rely on auto-attacking, whether it's the Scourge or with his AoE autos on that bludgeon hammer.
And a big key for Tyr is just make sure he uses his stances at the correct time and heals when he can. Left at middle lane though, look at that Thor going very aggressive the jungle there. Myflin looking for some extra poke onto Aggro and Weaken. Didn't look for the invade though, I guess he felt better off it. Instead they're just going to farm up mid lane once again. They did drop that first blood though, Eager, that could come back to haunt them.
I don't think they're too worried about it. Obviously, we do want to see this Thor continue to put on the pressure though, especially in conjunction with the Poseidon. There's a lot of early kill potential, and the later the game goes, the less potent these gods are. Now, they're still going to be useful, but honestly, Poseidon, his damage in the late game isn't that strong. He's very reliant on the, I need to all in right here and right now, and if it doesn't work, which happens a lot when facing off against Sanctuaries, he kind of just isn't as effective, right? Janus, if his ult's down, he still has a ton of burst damage that's very safe. Poseidon has to rely on Whirlpool, and that's why you see a lot of times these players go into the gym of isolations, where basically Poseidon's become more utility-based.
Do indeed, and we'll see what ends up happening because he went for the helm early on, just for the extra protections, as well as the magical penetration he's going to get from that, which can help out a lot on a Poseidon early game. I mean, Doom was one thing that people looked at for a little while to make Poseidon back in it because he gets through that early game of like, I don't do any damage just yet.
Here's what I like about Dynasty Played Helm. Is it's a power curve or a power spike. Doomorb, obviously, once you get it fully stacked up, the 50 stacks 140 magical power. The damage coming out from Dynasty Played Helm just not going to match. But Dynasty Helm play, is 300 gold cheaper. You'll instantly have 25 penetration if you combine it with the Shoes of the Magi. And for those couple minutes before you start stacking up that Doomorb to max stacks, you are more powerful.
See where it ends up going with that build. Whirlpool comes out, looking for those camps. Don't think he actually got them there. Went the way of Team Eager as Dwurst, though, invading the blue buff. He's going to get collapsed on here because Elchapo is here. Athena's on the way. Mid lane hasn't actually come yet. Going to force the ult, however.
Chapo.
He gets the blue.
Barely. Chapo could have wall-bringed over, but instead looking to try and knock Dwurst up before he could get that Eagles rally off. Fortunately, the combination's not there. Left-hand side, a little bit of poke. Eager. It looked like AirCougar was trying to force that fight. But
look at this call instead. Erry Day Carry going to go and look for the Golf Fury early on with the Poseidon. They've got Kraken. They've got Zachsy coming in as well. The Medusa, the Kraken will help them secure it. It wasn't clean, but they'll definitely take it.
Thor was up, and that easily could have been a counter engage if it had been read by Myflin, but unfortunately he's in mid lane, and I still don't know if the team notices.
That wasn't an easy read, though, as they look on the right-hand side, looking to pick off Elchapo, who doesn't have any mana here whatsoever. His Lawbringer is up, but it won't have the mana to use. He's going to get beat down by Scourge. Myflin low on mana too, though, so they're just trying to zone him and keep him busy. Athena's coming, though. There's the Blink and Taunt that'll save the Tear's life, and then El Brochacho will escape.
Really good play there from Bro Chacho. You can see Chapo getting very low, but doing a good job of kind of juking out. You mentioned it, no mana there. He could not wait on his abilities, just had to avoid as much damage as possible until the Athena could rotate over, put himself in a position to have a window of escape, and a really nice combo. But Dwurst continuing to control this early game, and you know, Chapo, he's got Transcendence, but he doesn't have any protections.
Well, we'll see what he goes, because he's going boots straight after, so Warrior Tabby will be online. He'll have a lot of damage that Dwurst needs to be careful of, because the more he gets these minions, the burst damage coming out from the tier will be a lot stronger than expected. And you'll even see that with a power cleave coming out. Weakens now here as well. Dwurst under pressure, under his tower, tanking up his Elchapo, though, who has the Lawbringer away as the Thor ult was coming in. Nicely timed through to make some time. Did not connect.
Fantastic read by Chapo. That was definitely off of a call from Aggro, hearing that Thor go up in the air. And for now, pretty safe play from both teams, looking for opportunities, but both teams playing a very respectful game, because I think the last time we saw these teams face off, there was a lot of aggression, but speaking of aggression,
He's
Chapo
got no Lawbringer to get away from this, going to get Scourge. Good taunt comes out, though, and no Kraken. That wasn't a Kraken, that was a shock.
That was a quick
shock
kill.
and a dragon killed him. I'm so confused.
Yeah, EDC coming up with the first blood here. Delta Marine, though, and the rest of Eager trying to make something happen. Doesn't look like there's anything, and they're just going to rotate over, secure these mid-harpies. And once again, Chapo baiting a lot there, very low. Eager trying to pick him off, but a good rotation from Weekend and the rest of the team to find first blood.
I think Weekend's addition to this team is starting to pay dividends for them now. They got the Golf Fury early on at an opportune moment that wasn't really there when you think about it. The only reason it was there, Athena just ulted the other side of the map, so it wasn't even over there to help contest it. The Hunters had just had a duel when they both used ultimates. We can recognize that nobody on that team could end up trying to secure the Golf Fury, and he realized that him, Poseidon, would be able to burst it down enough, and Athena and Medusa turned up at the end and got that Golf Fury. Then he realizes an opportunity over on the right-hand side, turns up with his team and finds a pick.
I believe Bro Chacho was on Cognitive Gaming the past couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken, or at least a different team. I think it was the Chach then, but at the very least, performing very well so far for EDC. A lot of rotations coming out from him. You can see he's actually gone Traveler Shoes, and I spoke to Aurora about this the other night. Traveler Shoes provide a lot for supports, and it's mostly about the rotational power. Obviously, Athena already has her ultimate, but just being able to get from lane to lane walking there is so useful for these teams. Obviously, they don't have the cooldown, they won't have the protections if they wanted to go tank boots instead, but just the movement speed in the jungle, helping them far more efficiently and help their team out when they're getting ganked.
Oh, Dwurst going to get focused down by Weaken here, and Elchapo as well. Misses the illusion, though, on that one. Weaken trying to reposition himself. Dwurst pokes him down a little bit, but Dwurst will be fine. 2v1 in there. Mid lane, however, pressure onto Elbro. Chacho, who gets hit, didn't get hit by that double tap,
Barely.
I should say. Just barely got away from the danger.
Almost had it, but we talked about it, and it seems to be the Weekend show ganking Soul Lane, trying to get Chapo ahead, and this is something that Weekend knows how to do. This is the entire reason AFK Gaming were so successful in the summer split.
And the big key here is the fact that it's currently down. Thor's in the sky over on this left-hand side, looking towards mid lane, going to go in on Aggro, forces Purification. No over panic from Aggro, though, as he does get an ultimate in from Elbro Chacho to help protect him as well. Taunting mid lane. Oh no, Dark Marine went under the tower of the pole, hit it on Aggro and the Unstable Vortex. Nice.
Really nice combination.
Marine.
Recognizing that Purification was down and taking advantage of it. Weekend was back at base, so not able to help out. But look at this. More aggression coming out from Eager. Myflin not pulling aggro on that tower, so not too worried there, and they're just going to be able to back out. But
good response from Eager this, because, you know, with Weaken over in the solo lane there showing himself, they're clearly looking for that sort of pressure onto Dwurst, but Eager recognizing that and trying to put pressure elsewhere. You saw where Thor ulted, he ulted from Golf Fury Pit, so we could look at mid or duo lane and see what was available.
And looks like both teams just going to be backing off for now. Mid camp's going to be spawning on the right-hand side soon. Weaken. Where is he going to go? That's kind of the next thing for me. Is he going to continue to camp Dwurst, who is building into that physical protection? You can see he's got Breastplate almost completed, just needs a little bit more gold to finish that one off. But Gold Fury is up, so if Weaken does decide to continue this trend of camping Solon, he is going to leave the left side of the map open for Eager to potentially steal Gold Fury.
But he didn't go over there until he'd already taken the Gold Fury.
That's true.
Already. He waited for that Gold Fury to go down before heading there that time. Weaken is working on Void Stone, though, so going to have some extra damage here. 3-man top from Elbro Chacho into a Kraken. It's not enough damage for the kill, though, through space and time. Fired in response by Marine, but it won't be enough to get a kill or even be used. But Weaken still holds his ultimate here. And he's very good against Khepri.
Very good. Can obviously execute through the Khepri ult. The entire reason we saw that. Blinked by Chapu. We saw this last game. Looking for Jellly. Jellly's ultimate is up, so he's not too worried. But Chapu making the early rotations once again. Dwurst 1v4 in the mid lane in the meantime.
He is. Thor comes crashing in, looking for the dunk onto Elchapo, who's fine right now. Now going to have to duel off against 3. Looking to get away with the Lawbringer. Athena ult comes out too, but nobody dies.
Chapo trying to make something happen, but Jelly's able to escape from it. A big group up in the middle lane, and Weaken, he's in a little bit of trouble, but the cripple going to keep Khepri at bay. Weaken one hit, but the Suns come down. AirCougar finds that one. AirCougar finds a second one. Chapo trying to return, but
he's back
it's
with
1
health.
versus 4. Doesn't matter.
Juggles him. He can't get his ultimate off at all because he's in the air, so Chapo gets the kill, but AirCougar and Marine combine once again for another kill in favor of Eager. They're heading towards the Gold Fury here. I thought they were, because Dwurst is already there, but back in right now, I guess. They're going to pressure the tier 1 of mid instead.
This is a much safer call. I think they could have gone for the Gold Fury pretty uncontested. They're going to let minions finish it off there, and now they're going to turn their attention. But honestly, Dwurst has backed. They're going to pull it. Medusa, now coming back from base, has her ultimate. No, it's down, so no Petrify up for Zachsy. I don't think anyone's going to be able to come close to this. And Eager, they're going to find themselves a couple kills and a second Gold Fury.
Spray if he gets that in range. Nope, too little, too late. Eager, get the Gold Fury. Come out big on, to be fair, it was Elchapo on that tier that forced that whole fight. He teleports in the backside. As soon as he hit 12, he teleports to the backside, blinks into mid looking for a kill. Didn't find it. Team didn't come up big.
You also noticed that a couple players on EDC sticking around at very low health, most notably Weaken. I believe the execute was still up, so he's trying to sneak around and find anyone that got poked out so he can kind of just blow them up and then look to re-engage the fight after he gets that heal from the Kuang execute. But unfortunately for him, Jellly reads him, and even though he doesn't find the kill because of the great cripple from Aggro, Weaken still
Zachsy
in an awkward spot.
Gets a solo kill onto AirCougar. AirCougar actually baited himself then, though, on purpose. He was baiting because he knew he had his support coming around the corner in Jellly, so I think he just overstayed a little bit too much, and Jellly wasn't in range to help him in time.
We've seen this story before on the right-hand side, though. Weaken recognizing Gold Fury is down, puts his attention over to the soul lane. Taunt coming in from Brochacho.
Didn't look like it connected to the Fearless, does though, and Dwurst still under pressure here, getting poked some more. Myflin goes up, comes crashing down, realizing that he doesn't have to. Now Marine going to be focused by Weaken, but a quick puddle get him away from the danger. For now, however, but Weaken missing some of his damage, so they're still pressuring right though.
That was a very awkward engagement coming out from the Thor. He ults into the sky, but the Eagles rally comes defensively from Dwurst. He can't fight. Janus is also rotating, but it's a 2v4 at that time, and they don't really have the burst potential to kill someone.
Jelly's caught with the lacerate. Going to get a double root off Athena coming, but the execute will be enough from Weaken to close the gap and get him in range. And with that, right-hand side being pressured by Elchapo still, with Aggro over here. They may look to force mid as well.
Taunt coming in from Brochacho, just off the mark. Myflin.
Just off the mark.
Manages to stay alive for now. Looking for Aggro now. The rotation coming in from Dwurst. Eagles rally not up. Double tap not going to connect, but Myflin going to teleport forward anyways. There's the purification. Aggro going to drop out of that portal, but Chapo continuing to make the big plays.
Though makes it big play as well with the Eagles rally to secure the pick on Aggro after Marine did the work. Portal is coming up for Marine. That's what he's looking to do, is help Dwurst out if he needs to. Instead they're going to dive with AirCougar being here, feeling himself again. Marine gets credit for the kill. AirCougar is making things happen. Apart from getting solo killed in the duo, he's in a very good game.
You can see the split push coming in on the right-hand side. A tier 1 down. Left-hand side, we saw Medusa pushing up her own tier 1, but Aggro able to, it's not Aggro, Dwurst able to teleport over and defend that up. And now some stolen boars as well, and Eager looking real clean, although they're down. They're only up 1 kill and 1 gold. Theory have a pretty decent lead over their opponents.
6,000 experience is nothing to sniff at this stage of the game. 14 minutes in, and you have that amount of experience lead. You can see where it all is as well. Obviously, the jungler, the mid lane is the big one here. Marine, 4 levels over Aggro.
And we've seen Marine come up with some really big unstable vortexes. The poke, so strong. You can see looking at the damage charts right now, it is the soul laners, in essence, topping them. But Delta Marine, the only non-soul laner up there at 6,300 damage. His jungler paired with him as well, coming in at 6,000. So you can tell they've been putting out a lot of pressure onto EDC's side of the map.
Some ward was happening over there. Jellly just dropped one and immediately gets removed from Aggro. Then the jungle red buff going to be given over to Aggro once again, who's looks like he's working towards a Warlock Sash now. Like, could just be Ethereal.
I mean, it could be Gem of Ice.
Gem of Ice too. Cracking in mid lane on Jellly will connect. Not as much damage as you'd like, though. Did use the purification to escape the cripple, to abduct away, however, and didn't use his shell.
Holding the shell, I think the important thing there. Obviously, purification is going to be big too, in case EDC want to try and burst them. But you can just see from that, series of events that right now EDC, they don't have the damage to burst this Khepri.
Marine is under pressure, forced to purification, so he can get to that portal and away again. Very good poke combination from the team. Talk about good poke. That ricochet did work.
Right now, Weaken invisible. Thor's not going to be able to read it. Actually, almost catches him out, but Weaken's going to teleport out. Myflin, after missing, he's going to be backing off, but almost on the mark on that invisible Kuang.
Yeah, didn't manage to find him. Unfortunately, even did the through space and time. Right inside, Dwurst going to try and head back there and defend that tower from Elchapo, but he should be able to bring this one down. No, disarm to the rescue once again. It's going to be low, but it's going to be fine.
Nice pressure coming out from Chapo. That Transcendence doing a lot to help him finish off that tower left-hand side.
Just show me this fight all day. These two fight, they're both aggressive.
That's the thing about like North American console teams. They both, all the hunters just want to fight each other. Even Paul going like Hebo, he's like, I just want to fight.
That's what I want to see. I just want to see him fight. Just box all day. To be fair, Zachsy won the 1v1 trade.
That's true.
Even though Cougar's winning the game technically right now with his slash line, it's definitely Zachsy that had the upper hand.
Mid lane, big grouping coming out from the teams. 3v3 left-hand Harpies will go to EDC. But Gold Fury's up, and that's going to be something that we're going to see fought over once again. No one's really in position to go over the Fire Giant. Both teams able to, in a sense, get a free Gold Fury. Jellly, though.
You're going to get hit by a Kraken, but the portal from Marine will stop Weaken chasing. Ultimate comes out, but it's not enough for an execute, unfortunately, so he will be able to disengage.
This is a problem coming out from EDC. They're investing a lot into trying and kill this Khepri. Chapo's going to rotate, but I don't think he's really going to be able to find anything.
Cougar's caught in an awkward spot in the jungle there. He's trying to make a rotation, but luckily he's got Dwurst with him to help him out. He's going to be able to leap away, but Tears giving chase. Elchapo looking to try and pick up Cougar, but surrounded by multiple members. The Ricochet and the Suns are raining, but he hits 3 with that Fearless, but he may still go down. No, Duke's out the bludgeon from Bellona, but for how long can he hold?
Oh, the taunt coming in from from Chapo, the resurrection. Jellly able to find that just in time. Chapo still alive somehow. Dwurst gonna take him down finally. He's the only player dead so far, but Brochacho is getting chased down. He's going to be slowed. Delta Marine can't finish it off. Myflin teleports to his Hammer Berserker's Barrage. One more hit, going to find it, but Myflin's as good as dead. Dove a little bit too deep. Eager should be able to contest this or get this for free.
On the left was pushing up, and Dwurst spots that out, so going to force him away so they can get that Gold Fury. The reset.
They're scared of Weaken here. Weaken actually just finishing Polynomicon. A pretty big power spike for him. Could look to honestly kill anyone on their team if he's left alone, but missing a couple of abilities. Dwurst and the rest of Eager, they're going to back off of this one. Not going to be able to secure the
really like Marine's choice there with the threshold. He just threw it down for the slow more than anything else. He wasn't trying to poke. He wasn't trying to even just get his teammate out of trouble by throwing that threshold
That slow is so potent. It lasts for so long, not only on the ground, but also the slow itself. One of, if not the most useful what utility ability, honestly. One of the abilities that do no damage. Sorry.
You're right with utility.
That's like, yeah, that's one of the best.
You could have just stopped there.
No.
Could have just
because then people would be saying, oh, the portal's also utility.
I mean, technically, but it also deals damage, so it's not utility. Taunt mid lane onto Jellly, forces out his purification. You saw him use the purification, but Weaken comes around the back, gets poked out by Dwurst. Gonna get wombo to death when you get abducted. Just silence. Thor dunks in, spin to win. Not enough for a kill. Purification from Lacerate to the right hand side to disengage. Kraken off the mark in middle. Bludgeon, however, was not. The shield comes out, but so does the taunt from Brochacho. Cougar dives in and picks up Zachsy, and Eager are pushing down mid.
Jellly looking to find someone to pluck or root. You can see Eager. They're 5 members strong here in the mid lane. Haven't dropped a single member, but it's going to be Chapo again over the wall. Jellly, he's knocked up. Resurrection not available. Doesn't matter. One hit. He's going to survive.
Keeps the team alive. The taunt, though, from Brochacho will stop Dwurst finding a kill in the end. He manages to get away from it. Elchapo on the tier still trying to find a pick. Doesn't have his ultimate available, sadly, and in the end, Eager come out big again with a tier 2 tower.
Chapo, probably one of the best decoys I've ever seen, somehow managing to stay alive in these incredible situations where he should be burned instantly. Keeping EDC in this match, honestly, Eager should have won these last couple fights cleanly. They're going to be starting Gold Fury, but I mean, look at their health. They can't do this. It's Chapo.
Not against a tier like that. They're going to have to back away. And Elchapo's actually bringing a minion with him for safekeeping. Just in case he needs to heal.
Mobile War. Yeah,
just in case he needs to heal. It's genius.
I wonder if anyone's ever done that. Like, actually
come with me, friend.
Just, like, actually pulled minions into the jungle and, like, just kept them around.
It's not a bad idea.
That's actually a really intelligent idea. Gold Fury.
Space and time was fired, too. Gold Fury was pulled by Erry Day Carry, but now with that portal being down,
Thor?
They're going to have to do something here. Thor has
Everyone's grouped. Everyone's grouped. Only one hit, though. Weaken Purification. He's
nice
going to be forced out.
Nice use of the portal there coming out from Myflin just to get away from the dangers. The wall double tap does connect, but it's onto Brochacho, so he's not going to mind too much. Gold Fury still stands, however.
Neither team able to get a foothold, it seems. Blink in from Brochacho. There's the combo. Jellly gets stunned, but Dwurst just so tanky. Level 18, really far ahead. Chapo once again to the back line, trying to stay alive. He's distracting 3, but Weaken's here to help him out.
Weaken is here to help him out, but meanwhile, Marine does take down Aggro. Weaken looking for the pick on Dwurst. Will get it. Execution style. The dragon is out. The dragon goes back in. Pokes once more before he tries to disengage, but a portal from Marine is good. However, Brochacho's taunt keeps him out of danger. Myflin, meanwhile this was going on, did pick up Zachsy on that Medusa. Weaken goes back in again looking for the kill. Not this time, says Cougar. Close. We will keep our team alive.
Delta Marine barely able to live, but
goodbye, Marine.
Brochacho.
Goodbye, Marine. I can see it coming in a minute. Goodbye, Marine.
I mean, I don't think they know this is happening. They don't see it at all. There it is. There's the taunt. But the wall, and he can't get the shield wall off.
Chacho, all he had to do was like charge and hit one. Just throw out his auto after the one, he would have got the kill. But Elchapo is back now on tier. Gotta just keep him busy.
It's the decoy. He's the best decoy I've ever seen. He's going to be slowed up, will speed up because of his wing blade. And once again, Eager, they can't do this. Chapo actually could kill Jellly. One hit. The portal just off the mark, but it doesn't matter. Chapo, he wants this kill so bad.
He's got Poseidon coming out. Aggro's on his way. Elchapo is very low. He wants to pull the Gold Fury if he wants to for the heal. Space and time actually hit Aggro there. Lawbringer used, forcing Cougar to disengage. Myflin has no mana. He really wants to back. Cougar's trying to hang around, though, and that's why you see him using the Assy to heal off those balls.
What a series of events. It's a 5,000 gold lead right now for Eager. So the last couple fights have been going very much in their favor. Even though they haven't been able to secure this gold fury, they're constantly winning the fights. A lot of that coming down to Jellly and Dwurst. You could see EDC very heavily focused on trying to kill them, but they invest a lot into these tanky characters who simply aren't falling.
And the big key, Dwurst. Dwurst, how many abilities were used on him during that start of that engagement?
It was Taunt, Petrify, Kraken, still, and a bunch of other just random abilities thrown in there. Still can't find them. Jellly, actually, Delta Marine with 0 deaths to his name as well, as portals have been instrumental into getting Eager in and out of these fights.
Cougar takes a lot of poke on the left-hand side, but Zachsy overextending, going to get focused.
Chacho's here.
Chacho is here, available to taunt to help him out, and you can see that's where he was looking. He turned his attention to Dwurst, watching it out for the full engage, and now Chacho will take some poke too for that.
I'm not sure when that tier 2 in mid fell, but Myflin, it looks like, was able to successfully split push in the meantime. Yeah, I think he just got it, and now Eager, they're going to try once again for this gold fury. We've seen the story before, though. They're being surrounded at all angles.
Tyr is here, waiting, watching. Myflin
Aggro's poked out.
Zones out Aggro. Myflin going to jump to the wall with the hammer, though, and now Elchapo is there, keeping him busy. As we do see the team going, Weekend wants to poke from range. Zachsy's under pressure. Chacho dies to Cougar, but maybe they can still turn this one potentially. No, Zachsy's going to fall as well.
That's bad. This fight now looking so much more in favor of Eager, but they still have Chapo to worry about. Blink it by Weekend. He's looking to get someone in the execute range. Jellly actually going to pluck Weekend. He's silenced out. Double kill coming up from Dwurst. Chapo and Aggro, the only 2 left alive. Kraken not available. Chapo does have Blink. And once again, Eager, they're not full health.
He might go this. There's the just power cleaves. Then Fearless is Marine. Some damage coming off. Whirlpool gets dropped by Aggro in the Gold Fury pit, which secures Marine's first death. Big gold spike for Aggro there, but a bigger one will come the way of Eager now, as the Gold Fury will go the way of Eager finally.
I don't know. I want to say that. Don't just wait. Hold on. Okay. Now
there was nobody there. There was no way.
You know what? You know what? That was a. I want to go back to when that Gold Fury spawned. I don't know when the actual time was, but from start to finish, I want to know how long that fight raged on. There was like two instances where there was no fighting. That had to have been at least 6 minutes. At least.
And look at that player damage. 4 members of Eager are in the top 4. Obviously, Khepri's not going to be high on that list, but he's done a good job to get himself ahead of Athena.
So the biggest problem here for EDC and that very extended engagement is, even though it was only 1 Gold Fury, Team Eager got so much more than that, because a lot of times the players were kind of splitting off. They were able to successfully split push a tier 2 in mid lane. The teams were farming. They were winning the fight, so they were getting kills. And now look at the experience difference. 6 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, whenever the fights first started breaking out, and it looks like 20 based on that, so it was about a 6-minute or a 5-minute engagement. It's just been such a massive experience increase to where even Aggro is 5 levels down in the mid lane.
Oh, Jellly just missed Abduct, unfortunately. Gets hit by the Whirlpool, and now Myflin under pressure, ults away wisely, knowing that Elchapo was swinging round for that Fearless round the corner too. Got it all in though, and now he's under pressure with that taunt. Luckily there's a portal there to stop Chacho following up anymore.
Maybe not!
And Elchapo will clean it up with the Fearless. Goes over to Zachsy's AirCougar. And Dwurst combined to pick off Weekend there. I was like, what?
Yeah, Weekend trying to escape kind of the front line of the battle is going to be read out by those 2
on the
players.
back here, though. He might be able to find a potential pick or two. But
nice
taunt from Chacho. Space and time hits Zachsy and Aggro. And Aggro actually uses Sanctuary there. And the Kraken for defense, but still gets rooted. And Jellly gets credit with the Abduct. Eager can now push onto mid lane a little bit more, or even a Fire Giant if they so wish. They've got that man advantage.
The decoy man taking 4 players away from his Phoenix. Athena's going to crash on top. There's Eagles rally. Dwurst trying to lock down Chacho, but Chapo having none of it. There's the taunt again. Meditation is going to be popped to keep Eager fresh up, but Zachsy's coming back off from base, and Chapo just continues to be this thorn in Eager's side.
And I think that's the issue here, is they need to start ignoring the tier. Because he's
no.
just keeping them all busy with Fearless, power cleave combos. He's not got enough damage to kill anyone unless they're low. Dwurst has to deal with Zachsy, but Dwurst is very low after hanging around, and Weekend's just respawned. Elchapo and Chacho have done what they needed to. They just hung around.
Can this guy get 3-man Fearlesses? Weekend now surging forward, looking for Delta Marine. Myflin going to take to the sky. He may end up trying to land back down on Zachsy. Weekend, does he have Blink? He does. And there's 2 players in execute range trying to find them lazy backing. You can see Myflin, though, full health. That's not the target he wants, and he will be read out. So no further kills for Weekend.
Messy fight from Eager, honestly. They already had the tier 2 tower, they already had the Gold Fury, they won the fight. And instead of either going for the Phoenix or going for the Fire Giant, clearing out the enemy jungle even, they carried on fighting. And that just allowed Erry Day Carry to respawn and win the fight.
Chapo and Brochacho are the two reasons EDC are still in this, because they are losing these fights front to back. I don't think I've seen a single fight that they have clean won, right? They'll find some kills after the engagement, after some players have spawned, or maybe at the start they'll blow someone up, but they're always losing the man-to-man. But somehow, Brochacho with his taunts, the Fearless is coming out from Chapu, are keeping them in. And Eager simply don't have the damage right now to lock down these front lines. Also, Tier's passive.
It's the passive more than the damage.
He can only get stunned for a second at most.
I was going to say, it's passive more than damage. Look at the builds coming out. They could destroy... If Tier stood still for longer than a second, they'd be okay.
And you could see them, honestly, getting close to killing him, but keeps healing back up.
Oh,
Jellly going to be caught out alone. Does have his ultimate.
Going to get crippled as well. That's going to force it, but the body block keeps him inside anyway through the purification. Myflin jumps in the backside though onto Aggro to force him away, which is good. Brochacho going to ult actually defensively. His weaken does finally pick up Jellly and be making a 4v5.
EDC looking real strong so far. Jellly getting completely picked off in that jungle.
Good
Brochacho, two-man taunt. There's the Kraken and the follow-up. Chapu finds him in the air to finish off one more, but Dwurst, it's going to be a 4 versus 2, takes out one already. Delta Marine and Dwurst trying to combine to find some further kills. Portal just off the mark, but Brochacho's still low.
He's trying to keep himself alive. He's going to taunt in Marine to a dangerous situation, but he will combine with Dwurst for the kill again. Elchapo and Weaken will look at Dwurst and think better of it.
It's a 2v2, no execute up. Brochacho still does have Lawless.
Watch Marine.
I don't think Dwurst can have the damage to kill Weaken. It's so close. It should just be a reset. I don't think either team are going to look for any more here.
They're both so scared of each other because, to be fair, there was a chance of a kill.
Oh, Weaken, one hit. No, he gets away. The
illusion. Yo. That was
his
nice.
Soul Reaver actually was up a second later. Weaken didn't even need the illusion if he waited one more second. Still gets it, though. Now
that illusion was hot. Knowing that you could get the kill with illusion alone was hot. That was awesome.
I think the biggest problem for Delta Marine there was he was actually in the middle of the wave. That's the one place you never want to be. You always want to be near a wall, if you're honest. If you're in the middle of the lane, you're so much more susceptible to dying, and that's exactly what we saw. He had nowhere to go the second Weaken blinked on him.
Weaken picks up the kill, and in the end, the fight technically went in Erry Day Carry's favor because they picked up one more member, even though the fight was once again so long that everybody's once again respawned.
I mean, the gold difference only about 5,000 now. I believe it was 7,000 or 8,000 at its peak. Looks like about 7. So EDC, they're fighting back into it, and Gold Fury is going to be started up in the meantime. You can see Jellly and AirCougar trying to sneak it. No wards for EDC, but all 5 members are here. And honestly, there's only 2 players from Eager.
Goodbye, Jellly. You will be missed.
He's actually knocked away. Weaken
gets the execute onto Jellly, and now with AirCougar's ult being down, you can see Weaken jump it. Sorry, not Weaken, AirCougar jumping in and getting evaporated by the Fearless there of Elchapo, and now they're looking for Dwurst, who's already at half health. Big top from Brochacho. He's going to force Dwurst away, but Lawbringer after from Tier.
I don't think he'll be able to lock him down, and Chapo realizes that as well. 2 players already dead for Team Eager, and it looks like EDC, they're going to focus on stealing away this red buff, securing the gold. Weaken's here as well. Delta Marine needs to be careful. But EDC, they're just going to play it safe here, and finally gaining a foothold into this match. They're going to reduce the gold lead to about 2,000 after they complete this, but weren't able to get anything else off of that.
And the experience lead is coming down too. Take into account, experience is going to matter less and less the longer this goes. You can see that, well, more members of Team Eager are currently level 20. However, the catch-up is real for Erry Day Carry right now as more and more of them are starting to catch up too.
For me, it was Delta Marine. I think we took note of it. 24 minutes, he was level 20. Aggro level 15. He was 5 levels down. He's only catching up. He's only getting closer to the damage Delta Marine's going to be able to put out. And in these last couple engagements, he's found phenomenal Krakens, which is not something we see a lot late game.
Well, you mentioned it. He went for Gem of Isolation in the build, and that basically is for CC more than anything. He didn't go for the damage build. That's what Weaken's there for. However, as the game's gone on, he's been able to continue building up some extra penetration with the Soul Reaver too. That will also help out. But Aggro's been there to CC more than anything else and allow his Fearlesses to be able to be connected from Tier and Weaken to get in and deal the damage they need.
I hadn't even looked at the damage chart. You can see him sitting down there only above the supports right now. And his main carry, Zachsy.
Poor Jellly.
It's really smart that he got these purification.
Lawbringer comes out from Tier, Fearless onto Marine, forces purification. Cougar with a very good rain of sunset to zone out the team of Erry Day Carry.
right-hand side trying to fight Myflin in the jungle. It's a 1v1, but Thor going to get over the wall. And once again, Chapo continuing to put the pressure out on these carries from Eager.
Yeah,
they simply can't deal with him right now.
Cougar was forced away there. Jellly actually ulted him as well, so that's going to be on cooldown for the time being. No Khepri available just now. As you can see, multiple members of Eager trying to base, but guess what? Erry Day Carry are looking at. Change the map.
The tier 2 tower. Are they looking at the tier 2 tower?
Boars. No, they're looking
Boars?
at
The 5-man boar split. That's when you know.
5-man boar strat.
That's 4. Tier was that tower. But no fire giant throw just yet. I think EDC need to completely look away from this, right? Because you can take a look, right? There's 3 tier 2s and a tier 1 up. They have so much gold on this map that they could still take. They don't need to force that. For me, they should look for a pick and then just start raining down these towers.
3-man taunt, 2-man Kraken. Cougar gets out. Marine deleted. Jellly half health. He has to disengage as well now. And they've got to lose that red buff.
Weaken has his ultimate still. Dwurst, meditation, trying to stay alive. A blinket from Chapo. Nice Eagles rally. Chapu going to be chasing him. He's taunted as well. Nowhere to go. Dwurst execute range. Weaken finds the last hit. Myflin comes down, but he's surrounded.
Dragon comes out to block his path. Immediate wall from Myflin. Well placed. Still got his hammer if he needs to in a second.
This is good for Myflin. If he can survive, he's wasting so much time. That's 2 picks from EDC, and they're busy chasing a kill.
Meanwhile, on the right side, you can see Jellly and AirCougar trying to do something, but once again, Tyr comes back to the front, going to clear out the ward. Fire Giant started. Myflin has the split option from around the back here, so Myflin well aware of what's going on. He just needs to be careful about his positioning.
I don't like this. EDC can't, they don't know what to do. The comms are a mess right now. There's 3 players from Eager just surrounding this Fire Giant pit. Myflin is going to get caught out. There's Purification, but Chapo finds him. Doesn't even matter, nowhere to go. The 3rd kill coming out from them. However, it does look like Janus has just spawned, and they only got another kill. EDC still sloppy. They win their fight, but then they just can't make a definitive call.
They want to go for the Fire Giant here, possibly, but they see Cougar in mid lane. They know Janus is back, and they can't do it with the through space and time.
There's so many towers left to take. There's you could look into the jungle. You don't have to risk the Fire Giant, right? Now you could if you want. That's still, you know, a 3v5, something you could look at baiting, but Eager, they're not taking the bait. That's the thing.
No bait taken. 25-19. 34 minutes in the game. Gold is even. Experience, well, it's still in Eager's favor, but it's marginal. It's not as big of a lead as you can tell. Only real difference is Thor at level 18 to the level 20 of Weaken, and Aggro 1 level behind Marine in the mid lane. And supports, no one really cares about supports.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like Sobek, where your last ultimate tick does like 950 damage or something insane.
In fairness, like all support's last ultimate tick is fantastic, but you just never see it.
Late game, Athena ults aren't really used aggressively. They're more like, I'm going to save you or I'm coming back to lane. Looks like EDC, though, they're going to be surrounding the Fire Giant once again. They're going to clear the wards here. And Brochacho, we've seen this story before.
A little bit late on the Petrified coming out from Zachsy there.
Dwurst.
And Dwurst took a lot of poke. I'm pretty sure there's a Soul Reaver that procced, yeah.
A lot of damage coming out. Myflin takes to the sky. He's going to whiff. Hammer away. And a couple wasted ultimates from both teams, but you can see EDC, what they're trying to do. It's the let's kill Jellly. Let's just eliminate him at the start of the fight.
Now. Cougar going to walk into a taunt, going to get hit by some poke, has to Purification to escape the cripple, but already at half health. Meanwhile, a duck from Jellly. He was focusing elsewhere, so Sanctuary forced onto Cougar. He's going to get ulted as well, because Jellly was looking the other way, but now he's in danger.
Oh, Jellly actually the one sent to the sky. Weaken looking for AirCougar. AirCougar will get picked up in the meantime, and now Weaken in a lot of trouble trying to get the final kill. He does, invisibility, but he pops it early trying to get the cooldown, and Dwurst reads him, crack it off the mark, but still surrounded by 3 members. EDC, they have control of this fight, but they need to be careful. Delta Marine on the side doing a lot of damage. Myflin going to find Zachsy in the back. The team's trying to peel for him, but it doesn't matter. They're a little bit too late.
But now Myflin's out of position too. Doesn't have his hammer to jump through. Paul from Marine will help him out and then put some poke pressure onto Athena, pushing him back. Tyr also reduced to falling back as well. Technically an even trade, or is it because Thor's not done?
He's looking for it. He is going to find. He's going to connect on to, switches his attention to Brochacho, but he's going to be taunted out, and this is a lot of damage. Chapo coming up with a big play. One more hit. Myflin trying to escape.
Oh, so unlucky. Paul just off the mark from Marine means that we will see Myflin fall down. And Marine, though, might be able to find a cheeky one. He guessed right.
That would have been close on him. I don't know if that would have finished him. What's the build?
I don't think he would have died, but he guessed right.
It would have been close.
That was the main thing.
Honestly, there's not a lot of raw magical protection coming out from Brochacho.
Would have killed him. Soul Reaver
for sure.
Soul Reaver.
Oh yeah, dead.
He's dead.
Dead.
That was on the mark though. Marine's going to watch that back and be
really good read
Read.
coming out from Brochacho as well. Hearing that go out and then making sure not to get hit by it. Fire Giant still not taking Gold Fury. It spawned again. We're 37 minutes into the first game of the Grand Finals between Team Eager and EDC. Eager, the reigning 2-time champions. EDC coming in with their newest jungler, Weekend. Chapo has switched over to Soul Lane, and after a really rough week that we saw last time where they lost to Most Wanted Esports, having a much better series, much better week 3 coming in. His tier has been phenomenal. Honestly, the only reason that EDC is even in this game still.
Yeah, and they've been in a very, very good spot now at Erry Day Carry because, to be fair, the longer this game's gone on, better position they've been in. They're kind of splitting Eager up, and if you notice what Eager's kind of composition is here, it's pick and poke, pick and poke, pick and poke the whole time. Whereas, to be fair, Erry Day Carry, they can initiate a little bit harder.
It's a lot of hard CC coming out from them. You could see the blinks from both the Tier and the Athena just trying to force something immediately into the Petrify. The name of the game has been Kill Jellly. Weekend actually missing his Wild Storm. Probably would have been a kill there.
I'd actually would have liked to have seen Jellly instead of going for that shell that he's gone for. Potentially look for the meditation as well. Meditation for the extra heal, take it away from Weekend. Also keeps you alive during Krakens too if you're low. Can heal people back up after the fight too, which will help. AirCougar takes a bit of poke damage there from Tier. Tier gets it back in his face. So he'll be able to heal that back up.
A big part of these fights is because EDC has been the aggressors, it's going to be Weekend. If he can just blow a single member up, we could see them just run away with the fight. We haven't seen that at the start, but now it's actually Eager. They're being the aggressors, Myflin.
They heard that, and you can see immediately. Erry Day Carry just immediately back away when they hear Thor go to the sky. He's not going to connect with anything. Going to run away. And going to take some poke, but he'll be fine. You can just heal
My favorite part of that, actually a 3-man taunt. There's the Petrify. Jellly taking the portal defensively.
3 space and time was used there as well in that engagement, as well as a lot of purifications. Weekend not below half health. And Duck comes out, so Cougar might be able to find a kill with those suns. They do pick up Tier. That's a big kill for Riga here. They could look for the win now. Whoa,
what are you doing?
Cougar going to try and go with the ricochet, not going to connect.
Myflin.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Please, Delta Marine looking for the big play, just off the mark, but no, actually, the damage is enough. Delta Marine finds that one, and Eager now, they're going to be starting this up. Delta Marine just dealing with Chapo, who is as good as dead. One more hit, it's going to be Myflin.
And
2 members.
39 minutes in this game. Eager finally have wrestled control of this Fire Giant pit. Weekend is here, however. Can Weekend make anything happen? He's looking for Marine Sanctuary, already used. Fire Giant resets right about now. Remember Invictus
Execute
used. Weekend gets a kill on Marine right now, and they all scatter. It was one man.
Weekend also didn't use his Execute, and there it is. It's going to be 2 more kills coming out.
They were all scared of
from Weekend, and honestly, I have to go back to it, right? Oh no, another one! Triple kill coming out from Weekend.
They were all scared of him.
3 1v1s. We have a pause coming up from Delta Marine there, but I got to go back to that wall for Myflin, right?
That was an unfortunate. He was making the big play.
No, it doesn't matter, right? It does matter. It's unfortunate, but still, Eager. We're able to get 2 members, but it took a lot longer than it should have. And honestly, Weekend able to escape. If that wall wasn't there blocking off his team, Weekend might have been the one who gets picked up as well.
I agree. I think they could have picked up more members from that one. It was a small mistake that really hurt them.
That was not a small mistake.
However,
that was a huge mistake.
Well, to be fair, the biggest mistake was the Fire Giant. They were doing Fire Giant, and they all ran from Weekend. One man, and they went, boys, we got to peace out.
That's not one man. That's one dragon. And that, well, he's a man. He's a dragon man.
Well,
but you saw it. You could see his burst.
Here's a funny thing, right?
This is late game out Kuang.
They all split, yeah? They all split. He gets a kill. They all split. He gets a double kill. They all split. He gets a triple kill.
Even if they're together, I think they lose.
As a 5-man versus 1, Ao Kuang is not that good.
I mean, the Athena that was there as well.
Marine got picked, and then straight after Marine picked, they all scattered. Talk about this, Myflin under pressure now in the jungle, getting forced out by Elchapo. Because of all this, Erry Day Carry are in a position to take the Fire Giant, but Marine is around that area, and I don't think they spot Marine. Or do they? Where is Marine?
No, he's at base. That's.
So I saw it on the minimap.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think
is he behind him?
Dwurst, he's going to try and get there, but Chapo going his own. And first Fire Giant over to EDC. EDC now even in gold have a 100 gold lead there. Oh, Chapo trying to steal away the blue. Did he get it?
Doesn't matter. He did his job. Pokes around, being annoying.
That's been like all he's done the entire game is just be annoying. Eager, so many opportunities where they win these fights very cleanly, right? Trading off, they lose a player, but they get 2 or they get 3, sometimes 4, and Chapo still just keeping them distracted, not allowing them to take these Gold Furies or force these towers, and has been the man to keep EDC in this one.
And you can see Eager right now just sitting in their own jungle. They know they've not got much to do, so they're just trying to find a little bit of farm. They can't overextend against a Fire Giant team. So they're just going to accept the resignation of the Gold Fury and wait to defend Tier 2 towers. I want to say they're happy to defend a Tier 2. Just keep an eye out for Brochacho with the Blink Taunts, and then Elchapo with the Blink Fearlesses, which will probably come out.
Weekend also has a Blink. We've seen him go to the back line many times. The team so far have been trying to kill Jellly at the start of the fights, but I would really like to see Weekend try and all-in Delta Marine, because he's been the one who has been allowing Eager to find these kills just so far ahead on this Janus. You can see his build. He's got Doom Orb, not fully stacked. Soul Reaver, he has everything. He has everything you want coming out from this Janus, who probably has upwards of 700 magical power, and he is just, Unstable Vortexes are just winning fights.
We won't see Eager defend the Tier 2 tower. Instead, they're going to hold up their Phoenix line here. Erry Day Carry not interested in the Phoenix just yet. They're looking to close the gold gap. Extend their gold lead, I should say now, as it was a gold gap for a while, but now it's 4,000 in their favor.
I mean, this is 3K pot gold at this point.
So
everyone's full build. Even the supports are full build. I'm a little bit surprised that they still have travel issues. I guess they like the mobility still when they're out of combat.
They're probably still saving as the lowest gold in the game for both of them, more than likely. They probably waiting a little bit more to be able to buy the next set or change it up.
You get so much gold back from selling them.
Don't forget you got to buy freaking wards all game too, just because the rest of your team don't.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I bet you Chapo has like 2 wards. What if he has like 50?
Chapo has 14 wards. Sorry, Chapo's got 17.
He's got the highest. All right. I'm sorry.
See?
All right. I take it back.
Talk poop, Adanas. Talk poop. The solo lane has bought more wards than anybody. He's more than Brochacho. Yeah, they're still going to have a fight afterwards.
Hey, man, Brochacho, it's hard out there for a
be
support.
like, what the hell,
He ain't even
man?
level 20. We're 43 minutes in. Chapo
Here's a conversation.
Level 20.
Chapo's going to be like, Brochacho, why are you buying so few wards, man? What the hell? And then Brochacho will be like, shut the hell up, man. You get 2 bars and free farm all game, man. Like, and I die
You
a
get
lot.
fire elementals, too.
Yeah,
Like, what are
exactly.
those things? We got a
Shut
gold
up, man.
fury that we can't take for
buy those
15
wards.
minutes.
Phoenix speed station mid lane now by the boys of Erry Day Carry. Keep an eye on
Weekend's the
Brochacho.
man for me.
Well,
Yeah.
that wall placement that he stood on there is just very good from Eager. This is going to stop anything from happening, really.
Weekend's the man for me. If he could find an execute on a key carry at the start of this fight, and that's just what he's looking for. He's looking for Delta Marine, but he misses the Wild Storm again. Doesn't matter. Eliminated 2-shot.
I was a little bit sick. We're going to see Weekend pick up 1 kill. The Phoenix falls down, uses the illusion for extra damage. We're still following. He's looking towards Myflin now. On this side, there's a double kill. And now we're going to watch the Phoenix on the left-hand side get focused down from Weekend here. Weekend just going to focus this as his buddy zones them out once more. Tier has done a great performance in this game. And
Look at that Dwurst. Almost 100-0. A frontliner, and this is going to be EDC's game unless something drastically goes wrong. Titan, it's already at about half-life, and now you can see EDC. They're going to pile forward and win game 1.
Well, they win game 1. It looks like it'll take a little bit longer. Nope, the Titan does finally fall down. Erry Day Carry with the defeat of Eager.
That was a very well-played comeback from them. Down, I think, 7,000 at the most there. Chapo really holding in, and then Weekend's damage in the late game. You just saw it there. Whiffs Wild Storm, hits the dragons, and then auto attacks.
Yeah, right. That's how you play mages with Polydynamic. This is the first blood all the way back at the beginning of the game where they made a good rotation over here, picked up the kill. Straight after that, we saw Erry Day Carry. Well, to be fair, they saw
Aggros.
Get the Gold Fury as well. And then after that Gold Fury, we actually saw Eager was the one that made a big comeback. At this stage of the game, Eager were in control until this fight.
This was, honestly, EDC just playing phenomenally coming into late game. Really well played from Weekend. We saw him with a big triple kill, some phenomenal executes, and this is the triple.
Watch Marine. Marine's like left alone. Like, guys, I need help. Guys, I need help. Guys, I need help.
Right,
Gotta get him ducked. Okay. Weekend's like, well, I'm still gonna kill you anyway. Oh, who's next?
He actually, yeah, the important thing there is the dragon actually finishes the kill, so he has the execute to kill Khepri, which means he gets to see where the next target is. I believe it's over there on the boars. He's like, why are you doing boars, AirCougar?
He was healing. That was why.
Why are you doing boars?
But that's why he was healing.
Nah, why are you doing boars? And then that last kill. Ooh.
That was the last kill. And clean up for Erry Day Carry moves them on to a 1-game lead in the finals. It's a best of 3, though, don't forget. And this will close the gap on Eager, who still have the points lead, whether they lose this today or not, however. But it will be good for them. What do we need to see different this game round?
Eager, honestly might just need to ban this tier coming up from Chapo. This, I don't know how deep his God pool is, but he seems so comfortable on
for
it.
sure.
And this is a target ban against a player who is new to the Soul Lane. This is something that you need to be looking at. If this is clearly the God that Chapo is good at, and you know he can remain relevant and kind of be a top tier soul laner with this god specifically, take it away from him. Put him on something he's going to be a lot less comfortable in, or that can't kind of distract you heading into the late game. Doesn't have as many options.
Well, we'll find out if they're going to do that after this short break. We'll get ourselves ready for game 2 and see how it all works out.